Hello, we're going to make cornbread today, but before I get started, I was told that I need to introduce myself. So I'm going to do that before I forget, because I have not done it yet. I think this is my 9th video, and I've never introduced myself. So I just figured everybody knew me, family, friends. But I'm Rebecca Wallace, and this is Becky in the Kitchen, my channel. And go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm gonna make some cornbread today. So I'm making cornbread today, and maybe that might sound boring, and at first I kind of thought it sounded boring, but really it isn't, because there are so many different things that you can do with cornbread. It's really, as I got to thinking about it, I thought that there's so many ways that you can make it your own. You can just make it unique to however you like it. And I thought, well, that's even more so than just making biscuits. So I'm going to show you how I make my cornbread. I've got my self-rising flour here, and that always makes it easier. Whenever you have self-rising flour, I keep this on hand all the time for biscuits, cornbread, whatever. It's just great because you don't have to add the baking powder and the salt. You don't even have to fool with that. And it's Hudson cream, which I love. Cornmeal. I got my eggs. Baking soda, because I use buttermilk. So anytime you use buttermilk, you gotta have baking soda. I got my butter. I have vegetable oil for this. Now, I do like to put a little vegetable oil in my cornbread. And see, that's how you can make variations of it or make it to your liking. Because if you want a more moist cornbread, then you would want to use some vegetable oil. If not, then you could use all butter, which is good too. But it's more like a crumbly cornbread. So I like to use, and this is the way my kids like it. I like it kind of moist, and my kids like it kind of moist. So I use mostly vegetable oil and then just a little bit of butter in it. But I put additional butter on it. There was something else. Oh, bacon grease. You can also use bacon grease. Now, my mom used to do that a lot. She would put bacon grease in an iron skillet, stick it in the oven. Anyway, we'll get more into that. I just need to go ahead and get started on this, or I'll be talking too much. So, I'm gonna add my ingredients in here. Now, there is a recipe on the back of cornmeal, just like when you have self-rising flour, there's a recipe on the back for biscuits. When you have cornmeal, and this is straight up cornmeal. It's not cornmeal mix. Okay, just straight up cornmeal. I personally don't care for cornmeal mix, and my mom never liked cornmeal mix either, so I kind of followed in her footsteps with that. I just get straight up cornmeal and flour. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put my ingredients in here. Now, my recipe is different than this one than the recipe on the back of this. But anyway, I won't waste your time by reading that to you. I'll just tell you how I fix mine. Okay, so I do 1 cup of self-rising flour and 1 cup of cornmeal. And this is yellow cornmeal, as you can see. Now, you can also get white cornmeal, but I like yellow. I just think it's pretty. And I'm gonna put about 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda in here. Sugar. I forgot to get out my sugar. Huh. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1/3 cup of sugar. So right now I'm just adding all my dry ingredients. And I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 425. And this is such a quick and easy thing to make. And there's so many different things you can do to it. If you like your cornbread sweet, you can add more sugar, you can add less sugar. You can put corn in it. You can put, you know, like Mexican cornbread, put cheese in it, peppers, onions. Personally, I've never put peppers and onions in mine, but those are just variations that you can do with the cornbread. I mean, you can make it like make a dessert out of it. So there's just lots of things that you can do with cornbread. I remember whenever my mom would make cornbread, I would always like to have two pieces. I would have a piece with my meal, and then I would want to save my other piece for my dessert, because when I was finished eating my supper, I would have a piece of cornbread, put butter on it, syrup, and milk. And I love that. That is so good. That is something that's definitely a southern thing right there. That is. But it is good. Okay. So now I'm going to put my buttermilk in here. I'm going to do 1 cup of buttermilk. Usually when you use buttermilk instead of regular milk, you have to use a little bit more, because buttermilk is thick as opposed to regular milk, because it's kind of thin. I may even have to put a little bit more buttermilk in there, like I am. I'm gonna go ahead and add like 1/4 of a cup. Cornbread is a thicker type of batter anyway, but of course you don't want it to be too thick. So I put in 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my eggs. I'm gonna put in 2 eggs. And some recipes that I've seen call for, they use like 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And I mean, I like that. I love sweet cornbread, but sometimes I just, you know, I don't want it too sweet. Or if you don't like sweet cornbread, then don't put any sugar in it at all, or maybe just put like a tablespoon or something like that. But I think a little bit of sugar is good. Okay, so let me show you the consistency. This is about the consistency of the batter. If you can tell anything by that. There we go, that's better. That's the Lord, I can't talk. That right there is the consistency of the batter. Oh. In the meantime, which I should have already done this, I guess. I'm gonna take my 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And, got a little bit in the batter, but that's okay. Got a little bit more in the batter. I'm going to put it in here. This is the pan that I'm going to cook mine in. Sometimes I fix my cornbread in here. Sometimes I'll fix it in just a square baking pan. You know, just however you like it. If you prefer it in squares, put it in a baking pan. If you prefer it in triangles, or however you want to call that, put it in one of these. Or iron skillet is great to do cornbread in, but I only have 1 iron skillet, and it's like this big around. That ain't no joke, this big around. So I'm putting about 2 tablespoons of butter in here with my oil, and I'm going to stick this in the oven. We'll stick this in the oven, and we'll let that butter melt, and then of course the oil will get nice and hot. Usually leave it in there for about 5 minutes. And the reason, well, there may be, the reason that I do that, or I know when my mom would make cornbread, she would do that all the time, is because it makes the outside of the cornbread crusty. Like it gives it such a nice texture, as opposed to just like, oh, I don't want to say soggy, but I just wouldn't know how else to, can't find the word that I'm trying to describe. It just gives it a really good texture on the outside of the cornbread, and it makes a big difference to me as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so my oil is hot. My butter has melted. I'm going to pour that into my mixture. Of course, you know some will be left in the pan. Ooh, that was loud. And it's really hot, so you got to be careful when you pour it in there. You don't want it to splatter on you, because that wouldn't feel good. So I just mix that up. Make sure it's incorporated in there good, because it kind of likes to sit on top of the cornbread. I mean the batter. And because I'm putting it in this, because I'm putting it in here, it will be like it'll still be thick, but it wouldn't be as thick as it would be had I put it in my little square baking pan. So get all that out of there. Kind of just do like that, and you see where, well, you can't see, but where it is, well, let me just get, okay, so I just want to show you what it looked like. Where that oil was hot, it kind of sizzled around the edges there, if you can see, almost like it kind of pre-bakes it or cooks it, makes it crispy. That's the word I'm looking for, crispy. It makes those edges crispy. Yep. Just like that. So I'm going to stick it in the oven for about 20-25 minutes at 425. Just peeking in at my cornbread. It's almost done. I'm going to leave it in there a couple more minutes. So, my cornbread is done. Here it is. It's nice and golden brown. Bring it over here. So I am going to brush some butter on the top of it. Okay. And it's kind of falling apart. Oh, there it is. Here, hold. Well, Jacob. So there is
Kitty.
what it looks like, the texture, all that. Some of it in the pan. Okay, so now you gotta hold it horizontal.
Hey. Kitty. Kitty.
So now it's taste time. That's the top half. That's good. Sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's hot, buttery.
Oh, there's flour.
Kitty. Kitty.
Jacob, it's wheat pasta.
There's
It's
flour.
it's whole grain, okay? It's whole grain.
It says flour right there.
Whole grain flour.
Kitty.
So, I want to show you something. Don't go away. You're in for a treat.
Kitty.
Look at that. Syrup. And milk. Oh yeah. I haven't had this in a long time.
Kitty.
Okay, so I'm about to take a bite of some cornbread with butter and syrup and milk. Butter. I haven't had this in a while. But I figured, you know, I gotta do it. Gotta force myself. That's good. That is good. And if you can hear that crunch, can you hear? I don't know if you heard that crunch. Let me take another bite. See if you can hear the crunch. That crunch is from putting the oil or your fat, whatever kind of fat you use, oil, butter, bacon grease, heating it up in the oven, putting it in the cornbread, and then putting the cornbread in your pan or skillet while it's hot. And you get that crispiness around the edges. So that is my cornbread video. Let me know what you think. Comment what you would like for me to fix. I'm thinking I'm going to do both of these, but I'm not sure which I'm going to do first. Red velvet sheet cake or cinnamon rolls. Let me know in the comments which one you want me to do first. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So, I'll see you in the next video.